Hey, how's it going, Don? My name is Jack here with Mr. and Mrs. Leeds. I wanted to thank you for trying out the site auditor. I hope you got some insight out of that. I wanted to follow up here with a video analysis to provide some further insight as a search marketer in terms of what's been working for you for your SEO, what the potential of what the potential is out there if we were to do SEO, and what the methodology as to how we would be able to rank you if we were to partner in this project together. All right, so let me go ahead and get started. Now, before I do that, I did do a little bit of homework. I understand, Don, you are based in the UK. That's actually pretty cool. I understand you guys are 7 hours ahead, and so you might see this at nighttime, but definitely flexible in terms of the hours and things like that. I'll leave my phone number at the end of the email, and that way we can talk about what I talked about here in the video, or we can just chat by email as well, whatever works best for you. All right, so let me go ahead and get started. So the first thing I did was I actually typed in your website into this tool called Ahrefs. Ahrefs allows search marketers like myself to look at the metrics of a website and see what's been working for you. And so what I can see right off the bat is that you have a lot of referring domains and a lot of backlinks. So 264 referring domains on 9,400 backlinks is actually a good link profile. In case you didn't know what a backlink is, I have a feeling you do, but let me just make it briefly. It's basically a hyperlink that takes back to that links back to your website. And so, if, for example, there's a blog out there that's called the photographyblog.com, and they made a new post, and they said, hey, if you're looking for a good photographer in Las Vegas, go to costellophoto.com. And if the person clicked on costellophoto.com, it would direct them to your website. And so Google tracks all of these links that other websites are linking back to your website, and they use that information to determine how authoritative your website is. Now, from a backlink perspective, you do have a lot of authority because you have a lot of these links pointing to your website. The one thing is that most of your links that you're getting tend to be low quality ones. You can see that by the 98% of them are from 0 to 10. Like Facebook would be 90 to 100, that kind of thing. And so it just means that we just need some more quality backlinks. It looks like you got some from the 40 to 50 range, but we want to make sure we diversify and have more of these 20 to 30, 30 to 40, throw in more 10 to 20 as well. So it looks like you had about 240 referring domains and it's slowly kind of gone down since then. Your organic search, you just haven't been getting a lot of organic searches in general. And so we'll take a look and see kind of why. But your organic keywords are definitely all the different keywords you currently rank for. And then your organic traffic is the estimated number of traffic visiting your website per month. All right. So this actually right here, this portion actually shows us exactly what keywords you currently rank for and where you rank them and what page ranks them. And so you can see right here, it looks like Spock Vegas. You have the third position for that phrase, and it's actually this web page that ranks for that keyword. And I have a feeling this page probably has something to do with like Spock. Hey, there it is. Yep. And so that's why you're getting credit for it, right? Let's see what else. Las Vegas Photography Convention. Looks like you moved up 23 positions for that. Great job there. Las Vegas Event Photographers. Drone Photography Las Vegas Aerial Photography, Event Photographer Las Vegas Photographers Convention, Green Scene Photography Las Vegas. So what I can see right now is there's some niches where there's a specific keyword that gets the majority of the traffic, and there's very few other phrases that for those specific phrases, like plumbers for a certain location is very specific, like plumbing Colorado Springs or plumbing Denver, whatever, right, location. That's a very specific phrase that most people search for. Looks like in this case, it's more so like there's a lot of phrases, a lot of different kinds of things that's involved in photography that you could potentially rank for. Now, this is actually great news from a search marketer like me, because any SEO person that's worth their grain of salt will actually go into keyword research and actually research their keywords before actually trying to implement and figure out what kind of keywords you should rank for. So we're not going to be like, hey, this person probably wants to rank for photography Las Vegas. What we actually do is we actually go into the keyword analysis tool and see exactly what kind of keywords are getting the most volume and also has low competition. right? And so the fact that there's so many different phrases for this kind of service is great news for us because it's hard for search marketers to optimize a website specifically for longer tail keywords, and a lot of them don't even know about like keyword research and things like that because a lot of people say they know how to do SEO and they throw a lot of jargon out there, but they really don't know what they're doing when it comes down to it. But the fact that we have all these longer tail keywords means that there's not a lot of SEO companies that are optimized for those keywords, and it's a great opportunity for us and you, for us to work together and really start claiming the #1 spot because there's just so little competition out there that it's so easy to rank. So you can see right here in this column right here, it's called the keyword difficulty. Basically, it's on a scale of 0 to 100, 100 being hard to rank for, 0 being the easiest to rank for. You can see how a lot of these keywords like 0, 1, 4, 6, 1, it's very easy for us to rank for, and it'll rank very quickly for these kinds of phrases. And that's kind of what we're going to do because we know that this is low-hanging fruit, essentially. We know that there's not a lot of competition out there, and we can rank you very quickly. Now, that's not to say that we're not going to rank you for the money keywords, the larger search volume keywords, but in the process of ranking for those longer keywords, because it takes more time, energy, effort, budget, things like that to rank for that, we'll start ranking you for those lower hanging fruit. That way you can see results. You can start ranking for those those longer tail keywords, start bringing in the traffic, and from there start expanding to all the other kind of keywords out there, as well as our main keywords that we want to capture. And so you can see right here, Las Vegas Photographer Convention has keyword difficulty of 6, very possible for us to rank. Las Vegas Event Photographers, 0 KD, we'll rank you there immediately. Drone Photography, Las Vegas 1, Las Vegas Aerial Photography 4, keyword difficulty. So all of these keyword volumes, you might not think might not be a lot, but we can start ranking you for all these keywords, and you're gonna start. And this all starts adding up, right? And this number actually is less than what it actually is because it only captures Google's data. There's also Bing, things like that. And when we do SEO, that affects all the search engines, right? And so there's a lot of different keywords on here. Let me show you this keyword Explorer tool. Here's some other keywords that we could potentially rank for. I typed in Las Vegas photography to see what other keywords we could grab. I don't know if you guys do boudoir, whatever, photography, Las Vegas, wedding photography, newborn photography. Looks like there's an affordable wedding photography that people search up. Photography class. I mean, I don't know if you do classes. Vintage Las Vegas photography, Vegas wedding photography, baby. So a convention, family, maternity, so many different niches involved with photography in Las Vegas, and that's exactly what we do. We'd hash out 10 keywords that we want to go after, and then really start building out the page and really show Google exactly what keyword you want to rank for, right? So kind of our SEO goal is to make sure that we align our websites that we work for our clients along with what Google's looking for. So what we want to do is we want to make it as easy as possible for Google to understand exactly what your website is about and what keywords you want to rank for. And Google there are things that Google is looking for in their bots and their crawlers that crawl through all these websites, and we know exactly what Google's looking for in these kinds of things. Backlinks is one of those, right? That's why I talked about that right off the bat. The other thing is having a lot of content, a lot of original content that's not copied, and just something that Google's looking for. And if you think about it, it makes sense because Google can't go in and look at an image and say, hey, this image is about a drone or a person or a house, right? The algorithm isn't good enough yet to be able to recognize that. And so the keyword in the file name or in the alt tag can be abused, right? So anyone can just enter any information for that, any photo, and even if that photo doesn't pertain to the keyword, as long as you put in the alt tag, it can be abused in that way. So Google doesn't like to give credit for images, but they can absolutely read content. And so they can read the content, and then they can get a general idea of what your website is about and what kind of keywords you want to capture, because those keywords are going to be layered in, or Google's algorithm can kind of hash keywords together and give you credit for those kinds of keywords as well. And so content is extremely important in terms of building the authority and providing relevance in terms of what your website is about. And so we want to have a lot of content, and specifically for the keyword that we want to capture. And so you can see right here, this is an inner page of your website, costellophoto.com. It's Las Vegas photographer drone aerials, Las Vegas photographer drone aerial. Okay, so it looks like you understand how to build out your canonical specifically targeting the keywords. Obviously, this is going to be negative. Having this twice is going to negatively impact your SEO because this is considered spammy. If you just stuff keywords over and over again, this photographer word comes up twice. You also get credit for photo. So it's just one of those things that you just learn when you do SEO, what Google's looking for, right? And right now, this isn't good. You want to make sure that this portion is deleted. Las Vegas photographer drone aerial is actually not bad. I would actually hold on to that. But essentially, that's kind of what we would do. So let's say that you actually do wedding photography, right? What we would do is we would go after this keyword, wedding photography Las Vegas, build out an inner page, right? And we would have something very similar to that keyword in there. So it would say something like Las Vegas wedding photographer on that video and that inner page, and then we would hash out a content that specifically talks about wedding photography in Las Vegas, and you might have some cool images on there as well, and then just have like 5,000, 1,500 words of content on there that Google can read and say, hey, this page right here is going after Las Vegas photography, and we'll give it credit. We like the content on here. We like the fact that people are visiting and reading it and staying on the page. We like the overall on-page SEO on the website, the backlinks there, so it shows that there's authority on the website. And all of that is just going to be good in terms of building out your the authority on your website, and then just starting to rank you for all the keywords we want to go after. And so like I said, that's literally what we do. We would go after 10 keywords, right? Build out an inner page specifically targeting that keyword, build out the content for it. We have in-house writers, so we can handle that for you as well. And then start hashing out the rest of the on-page SEO there so that Google can see exactly what it is. Usually there's always something that we can clean up. Now, in terms of your actual website design, I would like to fix it. I don't know if that's going to be able to fit in your marketing budget, but this website, it's got good elements on here. I like that header tag, but some of these parts right here, it's a little bit confusing. We want to clean up the menu, and it's just a little bit outdated in terms of how authoritative websites look like, and how kind of a put together DIY, do it yourself kind of website, right? And so you know, even from like a front end perspective, if a person lands on your website and there's two websites, one that looks a lot better than another website, you know, and they visit both websites, you know, who's the person they're more likely going to reach out to, right? It's probably the one that looks nicer, that looks more authoritative, that's more professionally done, than someone that kind of looks like they built it out themselves, right? And so that's the kind of thing that I would recommend. Now, that's not necessary. Well, I can rank this website in terms of SEO, just doing purely on-page SEO, off-page SEO, and just doing our SEO methodology. But in terms of conversion rates, right? So if there's 1,000 people visiting your website, so we can make it so you bring 1,000 people to your website per month. But then converting that 1,000 people that visit your website from like 3% to 5, 10% is a matter of conversion rate optimization, and that comes down to like your actual website interface and the UI, and making sure that that you have a clear call to action, making sure that you have a quote form, so in case someone doesn't want to feel like they want to talk to you, but they want to just enter their email so that you can talk by email. That's definitely a very low, easy barrier quickly to increase your conversion rates that way as well. And so lots of options for this. Very confident about being able to rank you. Las Vegas photography, there's not a lot of competition in terms of SEO, and so we can definitely go in there, and I mean, we are better in terms of SEO than almost any other SEO company you'll deal with and talk with, and I hope you can see that and see the value of that in the value in the video here, and in kind of seeing that I know what I'm talking about. But we implement this kind of thing all day, every day. We know how Google's algorithm works. We always keep up to date with the changes and things like that. And we have test cases. We have test websites that we run tests on constantly to see what, like, hey, if we change this tag, if we do this, if we link this kind of thing, like what happens, we know all that kind of thing. And so that's how I can tell you, like, hey, content's important, backlinks are important, building out an inner page specifically targeting those keywords are important, that kind of thing. And so going back to Las Vegas and the competition, there's just not a lot of competition out there in terms of SEO, and we can very quickly and rank you for all the different keywords out there and start really bringing in your traffic and start converting them into sales and prospects and things like that. So would love to ask you a couple more questions about your website, what you're looking to do, what your goal is, what kind of services that you provide in terms of photography, what your time frame, what your budget is. We'll hash out a plan of attack and then get started immediately, right? So appreciate it again. I hope you got some insight out of this at the very least, Don, and look forward to talking to you soon, all right? Thank you.